Bangor. From the Great North Woods to the Rock Mountain Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, the Ellsworth Public Library took a major budget cut, leading to cutbacks on programs and hours of operation. Details coming up.
Plus, it was a big day for berry fanatics as UMaine celebrated its annual Blueberry Field Day.
And we have the details on a historic investment for broadband in Maine. Your local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thank you for joining us here on the final hour. It is July 15th. It is Friday, more importantly, and the temperature looks beautiful outside.
I know, it's going to be a great weekend.
It's going to be a fantastic weekend. We're looking about a good 15-degree difference than what we're seeing now. Temperatures in the low 80s today. Let's get a first check of our forecast. Devin Biggs joins us now.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. Happy Friday. And we watched a few rain showers pass through overnight, but now we're looking pretty decent out there under a mostly clear sky with a lot of sunshine expected today, though. There's a little boundary just off toward our west, so there's a very, very small chance for a sprinkle today, but I think most of us will stay dry and sunny out there, but the heat will soon be on too. But here's that small chance for a sprinkle today as we'll watch a few clouds try to develop throughout the afternoon period. Of course, that won't last very long, and most of us staying dry out there today. But meanwhile, though, by Saturday at around 4 a.m., watching for more clouds that will begin to move in ahead of our next system. Not much rain with that either, but we'll have to keep an eye on that as better chances of showers and storms will be in our long-term forecast. The winds will not be a big deal at all, only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts of 15 miles per hour, and that will be about it. Lower 80s on the way today, mostly sunny, maybe the small chance for a sprinkle or two with that northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour with a few higher gusts possible. Later on tonight, upper 50s on the way under a partly cloudy sky and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, lower 80s, mostly cloudy skies, a slight chance for a few rain showers. Southwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. And our early forecast for the rest of the morning and early afternoon period showing a beautiful day on the way. Temperatures in the 80s with a lot of sunshine. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Devin, thank you.
We begin this morning with firefighters responding to a Newburgh home that was struck by lightning Thursday afternoon.
Newburgh Fire Chief Brent Somers says they responded to a call about a lightning strike at a house on Kennebec Road in Newburgh. Crews arrived to find light smoke in the cellar, but thankfully no flames. Chief Somers says the family did the right thing by calling 911 right away.
Don't ever hesitate. If you even suspect, dial 911. Let us get there. Let us find out if there's anything that needs to be worried about. Make sure you get out of the house.
Chief Somers thanked the nearby departments that provided mutual aid.
The Kennebec County Grand Jury has indicted a man on attempted murder charges in connection with the shooting incident in Waterville. 29-year-old Maurice Watkins Cundiff was arrested in April after police received several complaints of shots being fired around Pleasant Street. Police say Watkins Cundiff allegedly fired multiple rounds at another person during a domestic dispute when that person tried to leave in a vehicle. According to police, Watkins Cundiff attempted to chase the person, but police intervened. Watkins Cundiff was also indicted on several other charges, including reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon, domestic violence, assault, and a criminal OUI. In other news, 2 people arrested on drug charges stemming from a shooting in Randolph were also indicted by the grand jury. 35-year-old Eric Cooper and 40-year-old Meredith Prue were indicted on multiple charges, including aggravated drug trafficking and violation of conditions of release. One person was injured in the shooting that happened on Belmont Avenue in April, which police say was accidental. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
The Maine Attorney General's office has determined the shooting death of a Lewiston man was in self-defense. The shooting took place just before 11 a.m. on May 20th at the Ready Road Service Towing Company on the Riverside Road in Augusta. 36-year-old Tyler Morin died as a result of his injuries. A spokesperson says after reviewing all of the investigative reports, the Attorney General's office determined 48-year-old Rob Drummond of Augusta acted in self-defense when he shot Morin. No criminal charges will be filed.
The Maine Department of Corrections has confirmed another death at the Maine Correctional Center. According to the MDOC, at approximately 1:30 Thursday morning, 21-year-old Alexander Lewis of Wilton passed away. The Attorney General's office and medical examiner have been notified. In June of this year, Lewis was sentenced to the Maine Department of Corrections for 2 years after pleading guilty to multiple offenses.
Senator Angus King announced a historic investment for broadband in Maine this Thursday morning. Matthew Juronsik has more.
Senator Angus King and White House American Rescue Plan Coordinator Gene Sperling announced the approval of a $110 million investment in Maine's broadband infrastructure during a virtual press conference Thursday. The investment is coming from the American Rescue Plan's Capital Fund, which is negotiated by Senator King. King was joined by U.S. Treasury Chief Recovery Officer Jacob Liebenluff, as well as Senators Amy Klobuchar and Chris Van Hollen and others. The group talked about the plan and how it will benefit the nation as well as the state of Maine.
What we're talking about now is supporting bringing all of America into the 21st century economy, enabling seniors to connect with their healthcare providers by telehealth, enabling students to connect with their schools, to do their homework.
Funding from the plan will go to Maine Infrastructure Ready, a program that provides 22,000 Mainers with high-speed and reliable internet across the state. Senator King says he's been advocating for this type of investment for the past 10 years.
We have schools in rural Maine. I was just meeting with the superintendent yesterday where there's no connection to the home. So the kids go to the school where we do have a connection, sit out next to the school and do their homework at 9 o'clock at night because they're getting in onto the network that's available at the school building.
Besides Maine, 3 other states are included in the plan. Senator King says the funding will help make Maine a better place to live and work.
But providing broadband to the small towns in rural America, which this initiative is going to do, will enable people to expand their economic opportunities and still stay in the communities where they grew up, where they love, where they want to live. And that's really, I think, at the heart of this.
Matthew Juronsik, ABC 7, Fox 22.
The time is now 8:07. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, St. Joseph healthcare employees recently unearthed a 15-year-old time capsule while celebrating 75 years of serving the Bangor community. Details ahead.
But first, here's a quick look at your forecast. A high of 82 degrees today, mostly sunny skies. It'll be a beautiful Friday for us. Tonight, the temperatures drop below 60, and the clouds start moving in, and they will stick around for tomorrow. Our Saturday looks to be in the low 80s.
It's our summer MPG event with fuel-sipping Toyotas, including electrified models.
You've been waiting for a new Toyota, so now's the time. Come and get it.
Come and get an electrified all-wheel drive Highlander Hybrid with 35 MPG and up to a 598-mile driving range. Plus, get affordable 1.9% financing on Highlander. The summer MPG event at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters.
So come and get it.
Toyota, let's go places.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Hey, everyone, listen up. It's time to take back the summer.
With Fox.
We got
It's time to sing along.
Oh, okay.
With your new summer playlist.
Time to bring the heat.
And dance. Into the summer night.
Fox is all new. Old
Summer long.
What's the first thing you want to do when you take a bite of that? Take a second.
big wow, that big wow.
75 never looked so good. St. Joseph's Hospital is celebrating its 75th anniversary by hosting a series of events. AJ Douglas heard from employees about what makes this community hospital so special.
St. Joseph Healthcare employees recently unearthed a 15-year-old time capsule while celebrating 75 years of serving the Bangor community. The hospital is currently planning to bury a new capsule, but first, healthcare professionals who contributed to the very beginning of St. Joseph's legacy shared stories and laughs.
They really laid down the mission and the quality of this organization. And I think their intent was they wanted to lay those seeds in the lay people who are in this organization to carry on that mission of quality.
President Mary Privolo says St. Joe's is steadily changing to adapt to community members' needs.
Our community is struggling with substance use disorder, homelessness, human trafficking. So St. Joe's functions as a convener. So working with other agencies in the community, we have worked to form the Community Health Leadership Board that has been working for years to work on treatment and prevention of substance use disorder.
As this healthcare facility celebrates the milestone, staff are focused on continuing to promote wellness for years to come.
My hopes for the future is that we continue to serve this community. My ultimate dream would be that we don't have substance use disorder to the extent that we do now, that we don't have the number of vulnerable populations. But if we do, that we have good networks and prevention models in place to be able to care for those individuals.
The new capsule is set to be buried later this fall. In Bangor, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Woodlawn Gardens and Parks celebrated the beginning of construction of its new community barn in Ellsworth earlier yesterday evening. A groundbreaking ceremony was held where stakeholders gave thanks and provided tours to those curious about what the barn would look like. The barn sits on a 180-acre historic estate built in the 1820s for the family of Colonel John Black. The property's original barn was demolished in the 1940s. Woodlawn Board President Todd Little-Sibold talked about a major adjustment that will come with the new building.
We're super excited because basically Woodlawn is going to move from a seasonal historic house to being a year-round educational and community engagement facility.
With construction crews hard at work, the barn is expected to be open in the summer of 2023.
The city of Ellsworth approved their new budget for the upcoming school year. Now, since the school budget was not included in the special election, the city held a special municipal vote on Tuesday. City Clerk Tony Dyer says a total of 680 ballots were cast. Of those, 547 were in favor of the $25 million spending plan for the Ellsworth School, while 132 voted against.
Passing this budget allows them to continue to operate. You know, the kids need to go to school and have enough teachers to teach them. They need to go to school and have the books and supplies that they need to do well as food. You know, our schools now are providing many kids, some of the kids, that's the only meals that they're getting is from our school department. So this is huge for the kids in the Ellsworth school system.
The City Council will finalize the school budget in their next meeting. That's on Monday, July 18th.
If you love to read, you may be disappointed about the recent changes at the Ellsworth Public Library. As Sierra Jordan reports, a recent budget cut is already having an impact on the community.
I read every day.
Amy Barnes has been visiting the Ellsworth Public Library since she was 8 years old. Now she's one of the librarians there. Barnes was disappointed when she heard the news that their services and hours will be cut.
It needs to be funded. It's a place that just is communities where everybody can come. People think of a library and they think of books. They just think of books, but we do so much more than books.
Ellsworth Public Library Interim Director Charlene Clemens says they submitted a budget of $539,000 to the City Council, but that was denied.
I feel like sitting in a corner and crying.
The Ellsworth Public Library took a $39,000 budget cut to the 2023 fiscal year. Clemens said things won't be the same anymore. They're cutting back on programs and even closing the building on Sundays and Mondays.
We have cut electronic services, our electronic books. We had Hoopla, which was a wonderful service with electronic books, audio books, movies. Cut postage, so our interlibrary loan program, we have a van delivery service in the state. We have cut 2 days out of that delivery, so it's going to take longer for our interlibrary loans to arrive.
In response to the budget cut, the community came together in solidarity by creating a Facebook page called Support Ellsworth Public Library. Longtime employees say the library is a keystone of the community.
I think it's a very important place for people to come, not just to utilize the library for what libraries are used for, but just to gather and to be social and to just have a home away from home.
In Ellsworth, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
You can visit the Facebook page, Support Ellsworth Public Library, if you want to get involved.
And we're just 15 minutes past top of the hour. Coming up after the break, calling all hunters. Find out how you can score a deer permit from the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife.
Plus, see why careers in technology was one of the focal points at the governor's conference. We'll be right back.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Building a new deck or expanding or replacing an existing deck, you'll find everything you need for your project at Hammond Lumber Company. From wood options to low-maintenance composite decking, railings, and all the hardware and accessories, too. Your Hammond sales rep can walk you through your design and product choices and can even come out to the job site if needed. They can help you find a reputable builder, too, and Hammond offers statewide delivery and professional service after the sale. To get started on your deck project, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
It's your Chevy. Find it in Bangor, Portland, and Rockland.
The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife will be accepting applications online for the Antlerless Deer Permit Lottery. There is no fee to enter the lottery. There is a $14 fee if a hunter is chosen from the lottery. Applicants must have a current valid Maine big game hunting license unless hunting on their own land. Now, winners will be notified by the IFW website on September 1st and emailed shortly after with instructions on how to claim the permit. The deadline hits precisely on August 1st at 11:59 p.m. To apply, head to the Maine Department of Inland Fishery and Wildlife's website. Information in the application can be found under the Hunting and Trapping section.
It's been a red-hot real estate market here in Maine for the past few years, but there are signs that is starting to change. Realty experts say there is now a cooling-off period tied to the Federal Reserve raising interest rates. It's leading to a shift from a buyer's market to a seller's market.
It hasn't swung all the way to buyers, but we are seeing a much more balanced market between the two. And really that comes down to buyers feeling a little bit more emboldened to maybe not go as far over asking.
Landry says in southern Maine, some buyers are now even offering less than asking, which has not been the norm for the past few years. They're also seeing buyers change their minds and back out of deals. Landry says buyers are worried about inflation, and some are opting to wait 6 months or so to see where the market lands.
Right now, tech jobs are in high demand, careers that pay 40% more than what the average college graduate earns. It's why a number of school districts, including those in Maine, are now encouraging female and minority students to consider careers in technology.
Computer sciences is a high priority. No matter what occupation or career you pursue, you're going to need to know a lot about computers. and we need to start at the early grades.
According to a Governors Association study of U.S. schools, 60% of Maine schools offer computer science classes. But Governor Mills says the Department of Education is working to help schools integrate project-based computer science education, starting with pre-kindergartners.
I'm a strong believer in starting coding and computer science practices in the early grades. In the Lewiston school system, you can go into first and second grade and see some kids flying drones around the gym.
National Governors Association Chair, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, says it's all about jobs.
Our progress as a society will be guided by advances in technology.
There are now more than 650,000 open computing jobs nationwide. To fill those jobs, many schools have added coding, cybersecurity, robotics, and game design into their curriculums.
Our students are more energized than ever before. Maine School of Math and Science. These are brilliant kids. We have the Rue Institute, and we have career exploration programs.
The governor's also heard from the CEO of Intel, a giant in the manufacture of semiconductors. Intel has plans to build new computer chip plants in Arizona and Ohio.
I have more than tripled the capital outlays as we're building manufacturing facilities. And with that, we've put our chips on the table with the presumption that Congress has finished its job.
The time is now 8:21.
And it should be warming up any moment now. Let's throw it over to Devin Biggs. He has the latest forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. There were a few showers moving through last night. All that has since moved out of here. And now things looking pretty decent out there. There has been some patchy fog reports in a few areas, so maybe keep that in mind as you do make that morning commute. Nothing too ridiculous to really show the map on. Not much visibility reductions as of this morning at this point. But otherwise, though, high pressure here. It's going to be tracking into the north and east now. Keep it nice for today, but tomorrow more clouds will begin to move in as another system begins to track in from the west. But meanwhile, though, wave heights not too bad out there, only at around 2 feet, and these will stay low all day long as the winds will not be a big deal at all, mainly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, but a few higher gusts not out of the question either, up to around 15 miles per hour, even 20 miles per hour at tops in a few spots, so, but that will quickly calm down overnight tonight, so the winds will not be a big deal moving forward. All right, your temperature history showing temperatures that have been around average overall. We've been at 4 degrees above average the last couple of days as our average high is now ticked up to 81 degrees and we'll be in the lower 80s today. A little heat wave on the way Sunday, Monday to Tuesday, and the upper 80s before we fall back into the lower 80s as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday. Now, of course, the dew points will be on the rise as well during that same time frame. Sunday, Monday to Tuesday, dew points getting in that uncomfortable category again, with dew points getting close to the 60s, even 70s in a few areas, especially as we head towards the weekend. UV index forecast for today is at a 7. That is considered high, so that means a burn time of around 30 minutes. And of course, with all the sunshine out there today, have the hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade ready to go so you can avoid a bad sunburn. Moving forward for today, overall a beautiful day. You might notice a few clouds during the afternoon period, maybe a sprinkle if you're lucky. Notice it's not very impressive at all, so it's very possible most of us will stay dry today. Overnight tonight, though, more clouds begin to move in ahead of our next system, but not much precipitation with that either, but a few afternoon development of showers, especially further to the north, not out of the question. So that's why we're going with a small chance for a little bit of precipitation. All that will taper off as we head into the evening hours. So your forecast for today, mostly sunny, maybe some sprinkles possible. Highs in the low 80s. The northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few higher gusts not out of the question. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the upper 50s, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, lower 80s, mostly cloudy with a slight chance for a few rain showers. Southwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. And your extended forecast already better chances for storms as we head towards Sunday, with temperatures in the upper 80s, getting warm and humid out there as well. Small chance of storms by Monday, highs in the upper 80s, and upper 80s on Tuesday with a chance for storms.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Good morning, everyone. Well, on Wednesday, we heard from the Newport faithful as they welcomed Cooper Flagg back to Maine. Now, hear from the man himself as Tyler Cruz talks with the gold medalist, recapping the World Cup experience.
Well, Cooper Flagg now, what do we have here? Take off!
I don't know. I think some of the stuff still hasn't really hit me.
Wednesday night, the pride of Newport received a hero's welcome, coming back to Maine after dominating overseas, wearing the red, white, and blue.
Oh, baby! Cooper Allies!
It was kind of surreal, just putting the jersey on that says USA and being able to represent the whole country.
And seeing USA across his chest is just like, it's a feeling I can't even describe.
Besides winning the gold medal, it was the reactions from all of the Spain fans after watching their home team lose that sticks with Cooper the most.
Probably after the game when parents and fans were swearing and yelling and booing. That's probably my favorite part.
So Cooper, did you learn any Spanish out there?
A little bit. A couple of trash words, a couple of trash talk words, but we don't need to bring those up.
What we do need to bring up are the numbers. During his run at the gold medal, Cooper was top 5 in the World Cup in rebounds, blocks, and steals, earning himself a spot on the tournament's All-Star 5.
I think that's always how even my parents have raised me, just not worry about yourself as much, just worry about getting the win. So that's how I've always been, how I was raised, and just looking forward to doing whatever I can to help the team win.
I've always known how talented he is and how hard he worked, but I never really also expected him to go and play for Team USA and win a gold medal. Like, that was pretty incredible.
It's the dedication to his craft that's brought Cooper a gold ball and a gold medal in the span of just a few months.
It means a lot just being a result of all the hard work that I've put in, so it motivates me knowing that I'm on the right path and that I just need to keep going.
For Flagg, his path is far from over. He's on to the next adventure, traveling south for the Nike EYBL's Peach Jam tournament this weekend. But wherever he goes, that same humble demeanor follows him.
And I kind of just go day by day and just not really think about it and just focus on working on the next thing that's coming and just work on myself.
Reporting from Newport, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thank you, Tyler. Definitely the story of the year up until this point. He didn't sleep after winning the gold ball. He didn't sleep after winning the gold medal either, because he's headed south for the Peach Jam tournament, and we will have coverage of that as much as we can moving forward. For now, let's head to the Maine Am for the final round of action. Caleb Manuel beginning the day with a 2-shot lead over Mike Arsenal Jr. So back to Webhannock Golf Club we go in Kennebunk. Let's pick up the action on 12, shall we? Caleb trailing by 2 shots here and knocks down a birdie putt, so he's starting to get some momentum. Arsenal would bogey the hole, so the 2 golfers were tied at 3 under, just what you want on the final day. Then on 13, Caleb makes it back-to-back birdies, so the putter getting hot. He sinks one there on 4 and takes a 1-shot lead to 14. Now we go. and it's Caleb with the hat trick. He gets that one to drop in. 3 straight birdies, puts him at 5 under with 4 holes to go. Mike Arsenal Jr., look at this. Shot out of the rough. Nice chip. Nearly gets it to fall on 15. He would settle for par on the hole and would finish at 2 under. Caleb with a comfortable lead, though. He had 5 out of 7 birdies on the last 5 out of 7 holes. Drains the long putt here on 18 to finish going away. 7th bird of the day. He'd submit a -6 to capture his 2nd straight Maine Amateur Championship.
The 2-shot swing, making a 15-footer on 12, and then him making bogey, that was kind of the moment where I was like, all right, game on, and that's when I got new life. This year, my dad was like, this is going to be the best lag putt of your life, and I'm like, Dad, let's roll this one in. So I made that, and that was pretty special, and I didn't think it was in the whole way, but I knew I had a chance, and to birdie the last, it's always good.
So he had a berth in the U.S. Open about a month ago. Then he wins his 2nd straight Maine Amateur Championship. It's been quite a summer so far for Caleb Emanuel. And speaking of Boston, that's where we'll head now, because the ties between the Bruins and the Black Bears just keep getting stronger. The Bruins have acquired former Maine defenseman Dan Renouf from the Detroit Red Wings, according to Andy Strickland of Bally Sports. The deal is a reported 2-year, 2-way contract between Boston and Providence. Now, Renouf, who left Maine back in 2016, played just 4 games with the Red Wings this past season. He spent most of his time in the AHL with the Grand Rapids Griffins. Renouf will likely join Edward Trailmax and J.D. Greenway as the former Black Bears, currently with the Providence Bruins. Now, as far as bringing in more of the key pieces for the Bees, that continues to be a work in progress for General Manager Don Sweeney. He did make one move that will have an instant impact, shipping Eric Hollett to New Jersey in exchange for Pavel Zacha, who, by all accounts, will be a top 6 player for Boston. Other than that, the conversations still go back to the futures of Patrice Bergeron and now David Krejci, but Sweeney seems hopeful of a return.
The conversations have gone well, so I'm not overly concerned about it. And David's, recently indicated in terms of where he'd like to be, so I don't think there's a level of urgency. Obviously, the sooner you get these things to, if you can, to a closure, then the better off you'll be.
So certainly 2 big dominoes that the Bruins certainly want to have fall as they move forward with all the injuries they have going into the next season. That's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
I work long hours to provide for my family, but with runaway inflation, it's getting harder to make ends meet. Instead of lowering costs for families, Washington liberals are attacking America's tech innovators. That's the wrong agenda at the wrong time. The left's bill will destroy jobs, make China stronger, and America weaker. Working people like me will pay the price. No Republican senator should support this liberal agenda. Tell Senate conservatives to reject the left's bill.
When the Granite Shop wants to know the weather on MDI, they log on to foxbangor.com. At the Granite Shop in Sedgwick and in Trenton, we have more inventory than all other shops in the state combined. Fastest turnaround, too.
My name is Joanne. This is my father.
I know what's happening with my body. I won't be able to take care of myself.
What would help me is if there could be somebody there that could check in on you.
I realize I have to do it.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
It's Friday, July 15th of 2022, the middle of July in Maine. Oh, it doesn't get better than this.
Pop singer Linda Ronstadt is 76 and actor Forrest Whitaker is 61. Today is I Love Horses Day, National Be a Dork Day, Give Something Away Day, and it's National Respect Canada Day. Who doesn't love hockey and maple syrup? And we've commented on every one of those in our past 3 segments, except for National Give Something Away Day. Ooh. I love that.
I do like that. You know what else it kind of goes along with? I was talking to my principal when I went home. This was last weekend. We were talking about the cute little bookshelves that you see around where it's take a book and leave a book.
Little free libraries.
Little free libraries.
I love those. And that's like give away knowledge. If you like I have a problem of hoarding books. If I really, I won't finish them. So I'll be like, I'll just hold on to it and I'll finish it at some point. But it's like, no, just share the good wealth of knowledge, and then that good karma will come back to you in the form of another good book. I love that.
Yeah, it's like when I drive, I allow people to go by me. I'm like, oh, go right ahead or pass me. Hoping it's good karma eventually.
Yes, and you have to be like that in Maine too. Otherwise, people will know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. They'll definitely
I know you have main plates, but the Massachusetts will just like seep through and people will be like, I don't trust those main plates. We know.
You can't. I used to look on the waves for the comments, and people used to say, get out of the stage, get out of the stage.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
funny.
But we welcome people from all around because
Yes.
we are a big tourism state up here.
Yes,
But-
it is vacation land. So
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully the weekend, if you are visiting, looks to be pretty nice out there. We're
It's
getting a
gonna
lot of
be beautiful.
sunshine today, a little bit of cloud coverage tomorrow, but Sunday looks like a scorcher. Let's turn it over to Devin Biggs. He has another look at our forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. Happy Friday. And we watched a few rain showers pass through overnight, but now we're looking pretty decent out there under a mostly clear sky with a lot of sunshine expected today, though. There's a little boundary just off toward our west, so there's a very, very small chance for a sprinkle today, but I think most of us will stay dry and sunny out there, but the heat will soon be on too. But here's a small chance for a sprinkle today as we'll watch a few clouds try to develop throughout the afternoon period. Of course, that won't last very long, and most of us staying dry out there today. But meanwhile, though, by Saturday at around 4 a.m., watching for more clouds that will begin to move in ahead of our next system. Not much rain with that either, but we'll have to keep an eye on that as better chances of showers and storms will be in our long-term forecast. The winds will not be a big deal at all, only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts of 15 miles per hour, and that will be about it. Lower 80s on the way today, mostly sunny, maybe the small chance for a sprinkle or two with that northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour with a few higher gusts possible. Later on tonight, upper 50s on the way under a partly cloudy sky and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, lower 80s, mostly cloudy skies, a slight chance for a few rain showers, southwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. And our early forecast for the rest of the morning and early afternoon period showing a beautiful day on the way. Temperatures in the 80s with a lot of sunshine. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
The University of Maine honored a former student who hopes to encourage others to pursue their dream careers. Alumna Karen Beaudrew and her husband pledged funds to renovate existing campus spaces on Thursday. The university officially renamed North Stevens Hall after the Brewer native.
The San Diego-based attorney credits her UMaine education for her 35-year career representing several international corporations. She says she hopes to inspire others like her.
What I really hope for is that the young women and the French-Canadian students can say, hey, if she can do it, I can do it too.
It means a lot to this campus and to our students of the future.
Karen L. Beaudrew Hall will continue to house classes for the liberal arts and a variety of programs geared towards preparing future leaders. The Maine Audubon has released a new birding hotspot map that is sure to get birders to flock to the Katahdin Woods and Water National Monument. Birding expert Nick Lund says the National Monument is prime habitat for birds and other amazing wildlife.
He wants birders of all skill levels to use the map to know where all the best bird spots are.
You know, the good thing about being a birder is that there are birds everywhere, especially in Katahdin Woods and Waters National Monument. But it still helps to have a little orientation about where to go to find the best spots. This map will show you, for example, which trails can take you down to some ponds or wet areas that have special birds that are only found down there.
To get your copy of the Birding Hotspot map, go to maineaudubon.org. And the University of Maine Cooperative Extension held its annual Wild Blueberry Field Day on Thursday.
Dylan Holloway got a chance to attend the event and has the details this morning.
University of Maine researchers, farmers, company vendors, and blueberry fanatics gathered in Jonesboro on Thursday for the UMaine Cooperative Extension's Wild Blueberry Field Day. Wild blueberry specialist Lily Calderwood says the day is a great chance for blueberry enthusiasts to learn new things, communicate with each other, and catch up.
We have a great turnout today. I'm happy to see farmers from Mid-Coast made the trip all the way out here, and the Down East folks have also driven. You know, Washington County is a big place, so it's great to have the two groups meet, and they learn a lot from each other. And we also have a lot of the processors here and other stakeholders in the industry.
Ed Hennessy has been blueberry farming since 1975, but says he still attends the annual field day to review techniques and meet the next generation of farmers.
I was very surprised to see so many younger farmers here today. That's really good for the farming industry.
Calderwood says the blueberry industry is huge in the state of Maine, and it's important to hold events like Wild Blueberry Field Day. She says there are around 40,000 acres of blueberries in the state, which are managed by just under 500 growers.
Our farmers are incredibly hardworking and thoughtful people, and they really think about all the management that they do, regarding bees, regarding soil health. So they are here with really good intentions, and hopefully people appreciate that.
Several topics were covered throughout the day, such as integrated pest management, crop management, drought management, and adaptation to climate change. When I asked Lily, Ed, and others how the day went, they all seemed to respond pretty much the same way. It couldn't have been any sweeter. Reporting from Jonesboro, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Still to come here this morning, find out how you can land free gas for a year.
A little bit of a tongue twister. First, we'll get a quick look at our forecast. Hopefully you won't need that gas too much this weekend. You'll be able to enjoy the nice weather that's in store. Today we have a high of 82 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Tonight the clouds move in. Temperatures drop down to a low of 57, and it'll feel good tonight. And tomorrow we're back up in the low 80s with mostly cloudy skies.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50.
I get used to this.
So that's good. Make sure your happiness lives as long as you do. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
What could possibly be better than our annual tent sale? Wait a minute, I have a better idea. How about a no tent sale?
He's right. Dorsey's has scoured their warehouses and suppliers for discontinued, slightly damaged, one-of-a-kind furniture and mattresses. You'll find great tent sale discounts of up to 50% off throughout our showroom. They save the cost of the tent, security, and weather damage and pass the savings on to you. Genius.
It's simple. Less cost for us, more savings for you, my friend.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
The bond between twins is a close one.
Get it. It's just a spider. Calm down. Did you kill it? Yep. Are you sure? You tell me.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
The new SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan takes on the self-proclaimed best of all time, Natalya. It's an all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, tonight on Fox.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
I need you to drive.
I didn't know your headaches were this bad. You never tell me anything.
A father-daughter road trip is at the center of the new movie Don't Make Me Go, starring John Cho and teen newcomer Mia Isaac, who tells me she wasn't aware of her co-stars Harold and Kumar past when she booked the gig.
I remember getting off of the director's call back, and I was like, yeah, apparently I'm supposed to be working with this guy, John Cho, and my parents were like, John Cho? And I was like, and then of course they had me watch everything, and I was a true John Cho fan by the time we got to New Zealand.
That seems like irresponsible parenting, if you ask me.
Don't Make Me Go is out today on Prime Video.
Prosecution has announced it will seek the death penalty.
Opening wide in theaters this weekend, the adaptation of the wildly popular coming-of-age murder drama novel Where the Crawdads Sing will face off against the animated adventure Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank.
There must be so many others like me.
And the critically acclaimed stop-motion comedy Marcel the Shell with Shoes On expands into theaters across the country.
Drum roll, please.
Dancing with the Stars will have a new co-host. Former winner Alfonso Ribeiro will lead the show alongside Tyra Banks this upcoming season, which we previously learned will be moving from ABC to Disney+. And Oscar-winning actor Forrest Whitaker with a birthday today. He's 61, while comedian Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias is 46. And that's what's happening in Hollywood.
Now remember, age is just a number, but the elders have the advantage in growing streaming. Americans aged 50 or older are powering the growth of streaming in the U.S. by making up the biggest increase in time spent on Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube.
This year, as of May, 39% of all streaming time belonged to that same age group. This increase in streaming by older people comes as 30 to 40-year-olds part with their cable service.
See, I don't have cable. I don't think I would understand that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Can't afford it. Can't pay for cable.
I know, and well, we can't talk about that too much.
but the streaming things, they are great. They are really good.
I know.
Well, going into that free gas story, a national auto parts provider is giving away a chance to drive free. Advance Auto Parts is running a promotion in celebration of the company's 90th anniversary. They want to hear your most memorable driving experience, all for the chance to win free gas for a year.
You can submit your entry between now and July 31st by posting on Twitter, Instagram, or visiting their website. The posts must include the hashtag Drive of Your Life contest and account tags for either Advanced Auto or Advanced Auto Parts. The company will choose one winner each day throughout the promotion. And I love Advanced Auto. I mean, you can go and get a check engine light for free. Because I always have my check engine light on.
Older cars, right?
Yeah, I love it all the time. So,
well, calling all aviation buffs, a project years in the making to restore a historic plane is now complete, and it's going on display for everyone to see at the Aerospace Museum of California near McClellan Air Park.
Fox's Etan Wallace got a chance to see the amazing aircraft up close and gives us a sneak peek.
What a nice thing to have, huh?
Its deep azure blue color, glossy finish, and sleek design make this aircraft a standout. And now you can see the A4 Skyhawk in person at the Aerospace Museum of California.
It's wonderful to see that it's all restored and just looking so pretty again.
But Aerospace Museum of California Executive Director Tom Jones says getting the decades-old fighter jet into top-notch shape was no easy task. While its bygone days of flying missions in Vietnam certainly gave this airplane a storied history, its years in service translated into gradual deterioration.
There were a lot of different things, from the nose wheel tire was flat, for starters, and then that became a big issue, and getting that part was unique. How do you find one of those for a plane that hasn't flown in 25 years?
But all of that changed 3 years ago when the community got together and put a plan in place to restore the plane.
Dozens of volunteers, the board of directors, the staff of the museum.
They sought to honor this specific aircraft model, a model used by the U.S. Navy Blue Angel Squadron for years. Restoration included all kinds of projects, from everyday inspections to more long-term initiatives like stenciling these words on the aircraft body.
Just very, very thankful that to be done with a lot of work. This was thousands of hours of work on the part of dozens and dozens of people.
For now, the aircraft will be on display at the outdoor part of the museum known as the Air Park, but eventually they're going to bring it right in there as part of the main exhibit hall. Once inside, the A4 Skyhawk will rest next to other airplanes and artifacts available for all to see.
We are so fortunate to have all these aircraft to honor the past and inspire the future generations of aviators, of astronauts, of engineers, of young girls that come in and say, man, that's cool and I want to do that. And that's why we're here.
Saluting our history while giving rise to the flyers of the future.
After the break, we have your upbeat stories this Friday morning.
We'll be right back.
Up and Spoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath. We fit your life. When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in as little as a day. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards with a lifetime guarantee. Bathfitter. it just fits.
Now, with $600 off a complete bath system, it fits your budget too. We've never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
The Penobscot Poorhouse, Bangor's favorite neighborhood pub, is your place to catch all your sports and live music. Don't miss a second of the action on our 24 TVs and big screen. Enjoy live music every Friday and Saturday nights, karaoke on Wednesdays, and trivia on Thursdays. Concert season is in full swing. Relax in one of our 2 outdoor seating areas, including our new beer garden. The Penobscot Poorhouse is the place to be before and after the show. The Penobscot Poorhouse, Bangor's #1 sports and entertainment location, 14 Larkin Street, off Main Street in Bangor.
Please join us for the 2nd annual Kevin Call Jr. Truck and Tractor Pull, sponsored by Bangor Motorsports, located at the Penobscot Snowmobile Club in Herman. Gates open at 10 a.m. on July 23rd. Admission $10. Children 12 and under are free. We will have full concessions and apparel for sale, as well as raffle tickets for your chance to win a 2023 Skidoo Renegade. Enjoy 10-plus classes of pulling, including trucks, tractors, and even semis. Brought to us by the Maine State Truck and Tractor Pullers Association. Visit Sled Herman on Facebook for more info.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Back to Good Morning Maine.
Here's a look at some of the upbeat stories making headlines today.
A bull that escaped from a farm in Dracut, Massachusetts was on the lam for 3 days. It was finally caught Wednesday night on Route 38 in Pelham, New Hampshire, by men on horses. During the evening commute, no one was hurt, and the bull is safe back on the farm with beefed-up security. A close encounter of the aquatic kind. Brandon and Lisa Blaze captured the moment their son Evan was interrupted on his surfboard by a manatee in Florida. The gentle giant grabbed hold of the board with its flipper. Since he was a teenager, Andrew Otazo has seen garbage littering the Florida mangroves, so he turned into a one-man trash collector. Otazo says in 117 days he's picked up 10 tons of trash in the Florida Keys, everything from the usual bottles and cans to ropes and a VR headset. Otazo says he's found enough car parts to build his own F-150. And a Southern California school is doing what it can to help relieve the region's drought. Kelly Elementary School in Compton has invested in a new Skywell water dispenser, which draws clean water out of thin air. The technology is known as atmospheric water generation. Air runs across a cold surface, then the moisture droplets fall into a tank to be cleaned and pumped. And those are some of the other stories making headlines on ABC 7.
And we have one final look at our forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs. He joins us now.
Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. There were a few showers moving through last night. All that has since moved out of here, and now things looking pretty decent out there. There has been some patchy fog reports in a few areas, so maybe keep that in mind as you do make that morning commute. Nothing too ridiculous to really show the map on. Not much visibility reductions as of this morning at this point. But otherwise, though, high pressure here. It's going to be tracking into the north and east now. Keep it nice for today, but tomorrow more clouds will begin to move in as another system begins to track in from the west. But meanwhile, though, wave heights not too bad out there, only at around 2 feet, and these will stay low all day long as the winds will not be a big deal at all, mainly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, but a few higher gusts not out of the question either, up to around 15 miles per hour, even 20 miles per hour at tops in a few spots, so, but that will quickly calm down overnight tonight, so the winds will not be a big deal moving forward. All right, your temperature history showing temperatures that have been around average overall. We've been at 4 degrees above average the last couple of days as our average high is now ticked up to 81 degrees and will be in the lower 80s today. A little heat wave on the way Sunday, Monday to Tuesday, and the upper 80s before we fall back into the lower 80s as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday. Now, of course, the dew points will be on the rise as well during that same time frame. Sunday, Monday to Tuesday, dew points getting in that uncomfortable category again, with dew points getting close to the 60s, even 70s in a few areas, especially as we head towards the weekend. UVNX forecast for today is at a 7. That is considered high, so that means a burn time of around 30 minutes. And of course, with all the sunshine out there today, have the hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade ready to go so you can avoid a bad sunburn. Moving forward for today, overall a beautiful day. You might notice a few clouds during the afternoon period, maybe a sprinkle if you're lucky. Notice it's not very impressive at all, so it's very possible most of us will stay dry today. Overnight tonight, though, more clouds begin to move in ahead of our next system, but not much precipitation with that either, but a few afternoon development of showers, especially further to the north, not out of the question, so that's why we're going with a small chance for a little bit of precipitation. All that will taper off as we head into the evening hours. So your forecast for today, mostly sunny, maybe some sprinkles possible. Highs in the low 80s. The northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few higher gusts not out of the question. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the upper 50s, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, lower 80s, mostly cloudy with a slight chance for a few rain showers. Southwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. And your extended forecast already better chances for storms as we head towards Sunday, with temperatures in the upper 80s, getting warm and humid out there as well. Small chance of storms by Monday, highs in the upper 80s, and upper 80s on Tuesday with a chance for storms.
Next up to bat for the next homies, Luke. Don't strike out this year when selling your home. Hit a home run. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience today.
You don't stay in business as long as Rowell's Garage unless you're doing a lot of things right. Since 1946, Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft has seen many customers drive off the lot completely satisfied, and they keep coming back. Why? Things like a wide selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Incredible customer service. A repair center that does it right the first time and on time. But the biggest reason, like new quality vehicles at a pre-owned price. So save yourself the hassle and save yourself some money. Rowell's Garage, Dover Foxcroft.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's absolutely no fee unless we win money for you.
I called the twos when I was hit by a speeding driver. Lowry and Associates started working for me for no money up front. I never paid a penny out of pocket, and they settled my case for over $165,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry and Associates. Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
As our journey in search of some of our country's best regional favorites continues, today we're headed south. And the cake we're making was first created in Alabama, but got its notoriety when it won first prize at the county fair in Columbus, Georgia. So what do you say we whip up a shortcut version of it? We begin by beating a package of white cake mix with some water and a bit of vegetable oil until it's smooth. Once it is, we fold in some whipped egg whites. We want to do this gently so the cake bakes up nice and light. We pour this into a couple of cake pans before baking it off. For the filling, which I think is the best part, we combine a container of coconut pecan frosting with some chopped cherries, pecans, raisins, and a bit of brandy. After the cakes cool, we cut each layer in half and start building our cake. Then the whole thing gets frosted with white icing. One look or taste, and it's no wonder why it's prize-worthy. With the light as can be cake, the crazy rich filling, and the kick you get from the brandy, there's no way not to fall in love with it. The recipe for what is known as lane cake is online now and is ready for you to enjoy. Hey, Kel, you want to try a slice? I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a classic Southern way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Is working from home a good trade-off for better pay? A research paper from the National Bureau of Economic Research finds that working remotely has become so valuable to workers, they're trading pay raises for the ability to work away from the office.
Workers are foregoing raises or taking voluntary pay cuts in order to choose where they can work, even if it's just a few days a week. The study believes this will hold back wage growth and the economy, across the economy, by 2% points in the upcoming year. That's I don't know what I would choose.
I don't know either.
We've always been working throughout the pandemic. We were very grateful for it, but we did go remote for a while. So yeah. I can totally see why it's relaxing at home.
I